And we're back. Sorry, guys. I don't know what just happened. I have no idea. But I got stuck. My computer froze. So what I did what all the professionals do, and I just restarted it. So let's see if this works, right? I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Uh, what I'm going to do again is, first of all, let me just start over here. My name is AZ, and sometimes I have technical difficulties because, I'm trying to work all this stuff out. So thank you for coming back. Thank you, guys. I'm glad that you came back. All right, so I still don't know what's going on over at WFLA because I've been trying to get all this straightened out. So let's hop over there. Let me try this again, okay? I switched to Chrome. I wasn't on Chrome. I was on freaking Internet Explorer, something dumb, and that's probably why. I don't know why I did that, but hey. So let's try to get this figured out here before I get into what I really wanted to talk about. So let's try this again. I'm going to
Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park. So that area. So that is where the vehicle exactly was found here. And we did get some answers here from police as far as exactly what that transpires to. The time, by the way, on that, the timestamp, 2:42 in the afternoon. And I want to read this here for you folks from WFLA.com. This is from Josh Taylor, Northport Police Public Information Officer. If the owner cannot be located, we make arrangements for removal by initiating the 5-day process. After 5 days has passed, if the vehicle is still present, an officer will have it towed. So that is the ordinance 4256, a local ordinance that pertains to abandoned vehicles here. So if you want to read more on that for yourself, it's on WFLA.com, and we'll, of course, update our timeline. In fact, I think that our WFLA.com timeline here with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, that is all now up to date. So if you want to know exactly how this factors in there, you can go find it for yourself right now on WFLA.com. If you're just joining us, JB Buno here with you live, as well as Paul Lamison with an open mic here. We are listening in for what Paul finds here. But let's kind of talk about exactly how this got on our radar. We have, of course, had cameras here on the ground. Shout out to Justin Rogers. In fact, we can go live here, split screen for a moment, to show you that this is a live feed here on the right side of your screen, live from the Carlton Reserve, where Justin Rogers was stationed here, one of our photojournalists, and he noticed a considerable amount of police activity heading into Carlton Reserve. He sent over that video back to us here at WFLA.com. And then, of course, we mobilized Eagle 8 HD. Paul Lamison got in the air very quickly here and just arrived here on the scene about 25 or so minutes ago when we began our WFLA Now live stream here. So the activity that went in is the activity that you're now seeing here on the left side of your screen. So we'll hit the touch screen and go back here. And there's about roughly 14 vehicles here that have now split up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them here now. You can see just how swampy, how wet this area is. But this is a roadway that, of course, that law enforcement vehicles are using here to kind of go through some of these swampy areas. But even there on the roadway, you can see a lot of water here as well, even though we haven't had all that much rainfall here over the last several days here in Sarasota County, Florida. So now we have 2 separate groups here. It appears a group of roughly 5 cars here, 5 vehicles here, and then we have another group of about 7 or so, or actually, excuse me, that's going to be 9 vehicles in the other group right now, but we don't have eyes on that group at the moment. But right now it appears that there's a split here in the law enforcement search for Brian Laundrie here, and there is Northport police vehicles and then a lot of unmarked vehicles here as well. So we can get this one here out of the way from Jenna Cheney, #KJB. Is this strictly Northport police searching or some FBI too? The FBI is leading this investigation. There's a lot of unmarked, most of the vehicles here are unmarked vehicles here. Of course, that leads you to believe that this is a lot of FBI vehicles here, but they are unmarked vehicles, and there are some marked Northport police vehicles here as well. So thanks to Jenna for the comment here. Amy Culver, #KJB, lots of FBI, it appears. I hope they find him today. And yes, our commenters who have been with us here before in WFLA Now, noting that if it's an unmarked vehicle, it's likely, of course, the FBI. Colleen Holly Saunders, Hashtag KJB, hashtag KPaul. I hope and pray they find Brian, but sadly, I think he's left for another country. This is, of course, one of the many theories that have been circulating online here. There are just folks that believe that that Brian Laundrie is much more likely to be located internationally right now than he is here, at least.
I think now that I have headphones, I can talk at the same time the video's playing.
I've seen some
I
people
hope it doesn't echo.
Brian Laundrie could be right under the noses of
that
law
little
enforcement
troll.
right
Is he
here
under the
in,
bridge, you
in
guys?
Florida, right here in Sarasota County. Others who believe that he's in Mexico or Canada or located internationally here. Of course, we don't know what the FBI knows. And the FBI, of course, has the most information pertaining
to
what
day here
they
in AZ
believe are
land.
the whereabouts of Brian Laundrie. But this is, one more time here, folks, I want to make this very, very clear. This is considerably more activity than we have seen in recent days. Now, it's a very vast area. 25,000 acres is Myakkahatchee and Carlton Reserve and the entire area.
JB, we're going to have to leave. We are going to need...
We're going to have to
Come in again, Paul?
We're going to have to head back to Tampa, so we're going to have to leave so we can give you one more quick look at what they're doing.
Why are you leaving, Eagle?
Any chance, Paul, that you could circle back to the original spot here as well? I know that fuel is, of course, a precious resource. You don't have an unlimited supply of fuel, but can we check in one more time with the other group as well in addition to this one?
Yeah, definitely. What these guys stopped here, and again, this big white van is the drone van. We've been looking for the drone. It's flying out in the wooded area. It's really tough to see where it's going and what they're monitoring. Now, where the other crew is, and we'll fly right over it because we have to go back kind of where we came from, is down this long, like, transmission line road. And when you get down to where it crosses right here, this is where they are. And again, what it strikes me as strange, the amount of vehicles they have out here, and the vehicles are just out here. We don't see the people out in the field searching. It's almost like, to me, JB, like they have something they want to recheck out. And maybe it's a good lead, maybe it's not, but they do have a lot of vehicles out here. Almost like a backup situation. They have the drone looking. We really didn't see anything in the area where the drone was flying. But again, this is what we're looking at. And this is the original area where the 15 cars were. The drone car and the other cars drove off. So again, that's where we've started. And I'm going to show you where the original area is that we start from usually. The command center, when the search was in full swing, is right over here. And that's where they were parking. And this road you see out there is the entranceway to the park. So we're kind of closer to the Venice side, but out in the middle off this transmission line. And I'll show you that as well. This is where the road continues. And what led us down here was they have the road blocked off with an unmarked vehicle. And there's a pickup truck with the trailer, which could mean we saw them mowing out here the other day. So that's where they are now. On the other side, they have a gate and they have the road closed. So JB, that's what we're doing out here. Again, we saw a lot of stuff, but we didn't see a lot of stuff. So again, it's a huge area, and for us to just stay over it would just take forever. And we wanted to give you those pictures and let everybody know what's going on with the search. But the search continues out in this vast area. And I'll give you one more look over to the east. That's basically what they're searching. This whole huge area out here. They'll continue to search that. And that's what they had the drone up. And once they have the drone.
All right. So apparently they're just like searching and searching just like they have been. The only difference is this time is we haven't seen this many vehicles out. It seems to be whatever it is important. Hopefully it's not just another monster can off of the dust, right? I still don't understand why this monster can is some kind of, big time clue. Like I get it. Like, yeah, he drank Monster. I mean, I drink Monster. I don't know, man. The whole Monster can thing, it's like really. But anyways, so have you guys seen if anything else happens, I mean, let me know. I have my notifications on and stuff, but if they're just, looking around at cars and stuff, maybe they found something, maybe they didn't, right? So we're kind of waiting to see what's up with that. But if anyone hears anything, let me know. Because I try to multicast the best I can here, but sometimes you guys are paying pretty good attention of everything at once. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, so every person in the hometown drinks Monster. I'm surprised he drinks Monster, actually, if you think about it, right? Because he won't even drink from bottled water, but he'll drink like, have you ever looked at a Monster can and how bad it is for you? It's like eating 3 Big Macs, and like it's got all that weird, like, I can't even think of that big word they use that they put inside of energy drinks. I don't even know, but I'm surprised. The point of what I'm trying to say is I'm surprised somebody like him drinks energy drinks because they're so bad for you, right? I know that just hit me too. I was like, wait a minute, homie doesn't even like plastic bottles. Kind of weird, right? So guys, a lot has changed, right? Basically, now I have my handy dandy notebook here. Do you guys want to see my handy dandy notebook? Don't make fun of me, okay? This is my Lisa Frank notebook. When I took my daughter school shopping, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I need that. Do I really need it? No. But this is where I write my handy dandy notes and my handy dandy notebook and my Lisa Frank one. Because if you know me, you know that I was obsessed with Lisa Frank when I was little. I talk about it all the time. Anyway, so back to important stuff, not Lisa Frank, right? So a few things happened, right? A few things. Do you remember when Brian Enton and all of us were like, wait a minute, the Mustang car was what the parents were telling us as far as when Brian left doesn't match up with the Mustang being in the driveway and the Mustang being gone. Like, it never matched up, right? Well, yesterday, for some weird reason, the Dirty Laundries came out and they said, oh, guys, sorry, guys, we have it wrong. Brian hasn't been missing since Tuesday. He's been missing since Monday, right? So they changed their day. They're like, initially, when they went to their house on that Friday, remember we watched live on that Friday, they went to their house to, the Laundries reported their son missing. They said the last time they saw him was Tuesday. Well, yesterday, they come out and they say, just kidding, it was Monday. How you mess that up, I'll never understand, right? Because no. First, and then. Meanwhile, I was telling you guys, I'm like, this doesn't match up with the photos people have of the cars in their driveway right now. Granted, we do have to remember they do have a garage, right? They do have a garage. So could the Mustang have been in the garage and we didn't know about it? Yeah, it could be, right? It could be. But I think here is my thing, right? Everybody's like, why would they change their dates like that? It doesn't really have anything to do with what the sister said. Why would they change their dates like that? Because everyone's like, oh, it's because the sister spoke. And I'm like, but she didn't really say anything. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? She didn't really say anything that would have thrown that off, did she? Because she talked about how she saw him on the 6th, right? And she talked about how she saw him on the 1st, right? Right? So what would that whole Monday the 13th, right? That's the new missing day. Missing, right? The 13th. Yes, liars can't remember the stories they tell. Ain't that the truth, right? So this is why they did this, you guys, right? Good old Brian Enton, and nobody's giving this dude enough credit. And I'm chalking it up to obviously something he did. Now, I'm sure the FBI has known this all along, right? Because this is what happened, you guys. Now, let's go with their initial story, right? Let's forget about how they just changed the day and they switched it up. They took the laundry and they threw it in the laundry machine and they put that spin cycle on full blast, okay? The spin cycle. The Laundrie family is on spin. That nothing's making sense anymore. I'm telling you. So Monday, they just changed it, but we're gonna talk like nothing ever changed right now, okay? So I don't want to confuse anyone. That's why I'm reminding you. So they say Tuesday's the last time they saw him. Well, according to the reporters that have been out in the driveway, right? They say that Monday, no Mustang was there. Now, yes, there's a garage. They say Tuesday day and Tuesday night, no Mustang was there. Okay. They say Wednesday that it was back in the driveway. Okay. Now, this is real life. This is what the reporters saw. So Monday, Tuesday, it's not there. Wednesday, it's back in the driveway where everybody can see it. And there's video evidence of this, right? This isn't just like, we're not speculating here. Like, there's Brian Enton had video evidence, okay? I'm going by him. I'm assuming his dates are right. I'm kind of going to believe in him because, you know, he's a mainstream media reporter. So he seems to be doing good so far. He's got date on his videos, right? So I don't think he would repost these messing up the date. I really don't, because when you take a video, it shows you on your phone the day you took it, right? So I'm going to go with he's telling the truth here. I'm just saying, okay? Okay. I know mainstream media can be a little but something like that, I don't think he would really lie about. So anyways, so like I said, Monday, Tuesday, no Mustang. Wednesday, it's back in the driveway, right? Now, on Friday, when the FBI and when Northport Police went there, when the parents filed the missing person report, remember, they said, we haven't seen him since Tuesday, right? And then they said, on Wednesday, we went to the reserve and we left a note that said, Brian, please don't hurt yourself. And then we saw a note that said, you have to get this car out of here. That happened on Wednesday, they said, right? Now, how did that happen on Wednesday if there is video evidence of the Mustang being at their house? It makes no sense, right? And it's weird because even though Brian Enton had that and we talked, everybody just stopped talking about it. Like, we were like, oh yeah, okay, Laundrie family, sure. You know, the car was at the reserve when really it wasn't. The car was in their driveway Wednesday. And Brian Enton has it on his Twitter. I'm going to show you in a minute, okay? Now, it's really weird because they were saying, the parents were saying, so Wednesday we went to the reserve, we left the note, said, please don't hurt yourself, whatever it is they said. And that's when the police, remember they said they saw it, but they left the car there on Wednesday because they thought Brian might need it, right? In case he came out of the woods, right? And they went home. And then on Thursday is when they said they went back and got it. So please tell me how this entire time Brian Enton has been like, nah, dude, the Mustang was there on Wednesday. I have video of it, right? So everybody started getting all like, what the heck? This doesn't make any sense. So of course, yesterday, which was kind of late in my opinion, and I still don't understand why they waited so long, the parents had the lawyer release a statement saying, oh, our bad. He really left on Monday, not Tuesday. How you messed that up, I don't really know. How do you mess that up? And the weird part is, too, I looked at I tried to find some weather reports for what it was like on Monday, because you got to remember, he told them he was going for a hike, right? And it says that Monday was not a nice day, that it was like rainy-o and nasty. So why somebody would go hiking on a rainy day? Now, listen, I went to one source for that, so I don't know how accurate it is, okay? I didn't have time to sit there and check a few different sources, which is what I would have liked to do, but that's what I saw, all right? So, yeah. And then I was thinking, now I'm going to show you that on Twitter in a second, but what I wanted to talk about, too, something that like hit me last night out of nowhere, and maybe you guys thought about this, but I haven't really thought about it. Have you guys seen the extended video of Brian's sister's interview out in the outside of her house, the 20-minute one? Because I remember I told you guys I would show you the whole thing if you hadn't seen it. Do you remember how she said, on the 1st, my parents were supposed to pick up, my parents had planned on coming to the school to surprise the kids. Remember, she said that in their Mustang or whatever. And then she said Brian came, and she didn't even know he was going to be there, right? Do you think that they all got together like that? So, hold on. On the 6th, too, so he could, like, say bye to them, it seems. I don't know. And remember how she said, I haven't, when people were like, well, what, did you ask him about Gabby? And she's like, well, the FBI knows everything. I think she did ask him about Gabby, and I think he probably played it off like, yeah, I don't know, we're not getting along or whatever. And those kids, her kids love Gabby, and you're going to tell me they all had s'mores and a fire, and Brian was there and Gabby wasn't, and even the kids didn't ask where Auntie Gabby was? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like there's more to that because there's only, I think, twice where she said in that interview, the FBI asked us not to talk about that. And it was in regards basically to what did Brian say about Gabby, right? Anything else she answered. So a lot of you haven't seen, some of you have seen it, some of you haven't. So I am going to play it again because remember I was calling her husband Big Homie. I caught Big Homie in a lie too. That I just realized when I watched the extended one. It was something stupid, but still a lie nonetheless, if you ask me. But first, before we play the video, right, I want to show you Brian Enton's Twitter about those dates I was just telling you about because he has legit video. And yeah, so I think they realized they were screwed and they were like, shit, now we have to say he left on Monday and not Tuesday, right? Oh boy. She definitely knows a lot more than what she's saying. Of course she does. And I understand that she can't say everything she knows, right? I get it. Even though, I don't know, she doesn't seem like she gives many F's anymore, but I still question everything, you know. I want to believe the girl. I really do. I look at her and I think she's truthful and I want to believe her, but there's always that nagging in the back of my head where I'm like, do we trust this girl? I mean, at the end of the day, it's her family. You know, people will do crazy things for their family. I mean, just like we saw with Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie. You know what I'm saying? She didn't clarify the dates. Who, the sister in the interview? I think she did. Yeah, she said a couple dates. Right? She said on the 6th that she was there from 2 to 8 with her kids. It was a school night. Right? And then Diane, I have yours too that I think I know the answer to, but I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Okay. So let's check out what Brian said because I want to show you guys. You see this? So you know who, remember the the Trumper dude with the megaphone? The one that shot all the questions at the sister? Like, he was like, well, what about this? And what about that? That guy? He just has a tweet, and I didn't plan on reading this. It just popped up when I opened Twitter. It says, yes, I am a convicted felon, and I'm proving to myself daily that you can redeem yourself from past mistakes and do selfless acts in this world by helping to make a difference. Hopefully, I can inspire others to do the same. God bless. Ooh, somebody must have blew up his spot, right? Somebody must have blew up his spot. Gotta love the internet, right? Somebody didn't like him and blew up his spot, whatever. Yeah, that dude's, he's been at it out there, man. He's been out there every day. He knows Gabby's family, he says. Well, he's been catching a lot of heat from the questions he asked and the way in which he asked them. So I'm not surprised somebody's trying to dig up his past because, hey, guess what? That's what people do on the internet, man. That's what they do. Right. So Smoky Blue Days, something's up, but we don't talk openly about adult topics in front of the kids. Yeah, I kind of got that vibe too. Now listen, I have a younger brother, as many of you know, right? And there's 11 years between me and my younger brother. And, you know, when you have and there's 9 years between Cassie and Brian, right? That's a pretty big difference, okay? You know, for me, put it this way, if I were at a campsite with my parents and my brother showed up and I said, you know, where's your girlfriend? The one that lives there, the one that whatever. And he looked at me and he said something like, we're not getting along right now. And I could read in his body language that maybe he didn't want to talk about it right then and there. I'd probably just drop it, honestly, because you have to remember, like, Cassie didn't know at that time on the 6th. She didn't know yet. She didn't know that Gabby was missing yet, right? So for her to sit there and drill Brian really wouldn't have made much sense. Yeah, do I think it's weird? Yup. I also think she did ask, and I also think maybe the FBI does know, and I also think maybe she can't tell us, right? That's what I think. Hazy for president. Oh, God, no. President of what? The Ratchet Club? When am I going to be president? I'll be president of the Ratchet Club, okay? I don't even know. All right, anyways, get back to what we were doing here. Sidetrack Sally. All right. Okay. Yeah, I really want to show you guys this because this is important. It really is important. I feel like nobody's really talking about it. It's right up here. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me make this bigger so you can see better. Okay, so as you can see, it says here, reposting this thread in light of attorney's latest statement changing the dates, okay? the original timeline never made sense based on our own observations of the Mustang, right? It really didn't make sense. Now, as you can see here, Brian shows a video. Brian Enton, just to be clear. It says 1 out of 4. So he's got 4 of these little videos, right? They come in real good handy. A lot of people are asking about the Mustang in the Laundrie's driveway, right? Now, they do have a garage, okay? But police took something out of it on Friday, like we watched, right? We got into town on Tuesday, and the Mustang was not there. This is the video from 7 p.m. Tuesday when the dad was leaving. No Mustang. So that was the Tuesday, right? Now, remember, this was the day Brian and it's raining. Oh, my God, it's raining. That's the day he supposedly left. That was their first story. There they go, right? In the rain. That was the initial day they said that he left. But we just found out. Just kidding. It was Monday, the day before. And then here we go. This is Tuesday night. No Mustang. We left for the night shortly after this. So there they were, going in their house Tuesday night in the rain again. Okay, it rains a lot in Florida. That much I remember from when I was there. And then this is from Wednesday. So Wednesday, look what's in the driveway, you guys. The Mustang. It's a miracle. The Mustang was in the driveway on Wednesday when it was supposed to be at the reserve and picked up on Thursday. Remember they said that? This is why they changed their dates. This is why. How you messed that up, I don't know. I really don't. That makes no... You guys, the reason why I'm showing you this, right? This is proving that something shady palm tree is happening here. You don't just up and switch your dates, right? Obviously, they got caught up lying, in my opinion, okay? In my opinion, they got caught up lying. They changed their dates because they realized this is shady palm tree. Something's not looking right. Shady. You know what I'm saying? See that palm tree? Boom, boom, boom. That's the Enton's palm tree. Shady. I mean the Laundrie's palm tree, not Brian Enton. Dude, there is a reporter, a quote unquote reporter out here amongst us who we all know, right? Who shall remain nameless, who calls Brian Enton news daddy. Anybody. I don't like this whole daddy thing, okay? Why you would call him news daddy is just disgusting. Gross. Okay, KJ? Don't do that anymore. It's disgusting. Gross. I'm like scared to take a sip of my drink because my headphones are making my microphone louder and I don't want you to hear me gulp. So I need a moment. Actually, I can just mute myself. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah. I don't like the whole daddy thing. I think it's weird. I don't like when people use that term in any capacity besides when it's referring to your own father, okay? Gross. I think you guys know what I mean. In other aspects of life to say that too, not just the news one. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. I don't really need to say it, but gross. Anyways, so I asked them this morning to confirm whether or not it is Brian's car. So here we go. So he's got all the videos of basically them lying, okay? And then if you read the comments on this thread, I believe somebody does say that it wasn't there on Monday either, another reporter, okay? So I don't know how that they thought they were going to get away with this. Like, when they made this whole lie up, right, they already knew that they had reporters outside their house because in this specific clip, Brian Enton gets out of his car in the rain and tries to talk to them. So why did they even try to manipulate that timeline like that? Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just say from the beginning? And I'm really asking you guys, I'm trying to figure out other angles here that maybe I'm not thinking of. So they knew that eventually this probably wouldn't have worked out. Why did they not just say Monday? Why would they change it to Tuesday instead of Monday? Does anybody have any reasons, right? Yeah, Wednesday it was back. Yep. It was back on Wednesday, and they initially told us it was back on Thursday. But why would they make that? So I just can't think of a reason that they would Like, let's say they are lying. What is the underlying reason of why they would make that date change? There's got to be a reason, right? I just don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is, and it's driving me nuts. So there's that, but strange, right? Very strange. One more extra day to run. Well, they hadn't even reported him since till Friday anyways. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. They can't stay ahead of their own lives. I know. Exactly. When you tell the truth, you don't have problems remembering things correctly, usually, right? It's because they're helping their son. Yep. I agree. But they didn't reach out for help till Friday anyways, so I don't know. Stupid. There's got to be something else that we don't know that would make them lie about that date, right? Yeah. A Good Morning America definitely misquoted Cassie, if you ask me. If you look at the transcript, she's right. She said from the 11th, they asked her, what is the weirdest thing that out of all this? And she goes, that I haven't been able to talk to my brother since the 11th, since the police reached out to her asking her questions, and they completely switched it up and made it look like she was answering another question. So that really did happen, okay? So it made her look like a liar, and she wasn't lying. She legit really wasn't. She really wasn't lying. So that's stupid. Wicked. Just shows you how the media, right, really does kind of go with things. Was it an editorial mistake? Maybe. Was it something they did to, maneuver things and make it more clickbaity? Maybe. Who knows, right? Are there protesters there 24/7? The protesters are not there 24/7, I don't think, but I think there is a news station. WFLA is literally set up shop across the street. According to the Trump dude, I call him the Trump dude, but his name is Jonathan, the one that did the interview with the sister there, the protester. He said on Twitter a few times that the people across the street are getting paid $3,500 a week to let the news chill on their lawn. Shoot, I'd be like, you can stay here, sure. $3,500 a week just to use my front lawn, go for it. So there are people, I believe, because at any given time, WFLA will show, footage, just the camera staring at the house, like nothing's going on, but it's live, So I believe they 3,500 shit. You guys can move in on my front lawn. That's pretty dope, right? Especially, yes, Thomas Sharkley. Yep, he's unalive. He is. I wish I knew more about that, you guys. I really don't know much about the Sharkley thing. Yeah, they're paying the people big money. $3,500. Yep. So I thought now we could watch that video again, because there is a 20-minute video, an extended version of that video with the sister, and we could talk about a couple things here and there in the video, right? I don't think what else did I write down that I wanted to talk to you guys about? Hold on. Oh, all right. Before we do that, I have one more question, because I want to brainstorm for a second, okay? I want to brainstorm. But I learned something in the Dr. Phil episode, and I can't play the Dr. Phil episode because Dr. Phil doesn't like to share, you see. He copyright strikes anybody. Well, I don't know if it's him. It's probably one of his workers. Copyright strike you for even, I don't even know, thinking about him. So on his show yesterday, he had both sides of the Petito family, right? He had the mother and the stepfather, and then he had the father and the stepmother, and it was really good. I'm going to link it after so you guys can watch it, right? If you want, I'm sure you can find it yourself, but I'll just link it anyways. And you know what the lawyer said, the Petito family lawyer? He literally said that, yes, he confirmed it. Not that we didn't really know, but we didn't know for sure that those were Gabby's credit cards. He said that, right? He did. So he came out and said, yeah, used her cards after she was already gone. So he said it. I know we were waiting on confirmation. We all kind of knew, but I thought that was interesting that he said that. And then another question I have. You know how Joe Petito says he called Cassie several times and she never answered, right? And then when we watched the Cassie video, she said, Joe Petito never called me. Well, isn't Joe Petito the one that gave the police Cassie's phone number and she talked to them, right? So I wonder if when Joe was calling her and she wasn't answering, if he heard her voicemail or not. That was one question I would like to know from Joe, is if when he called Cassie, if it was her voicemail or not, right? Because that would tell us if she really didn't answer. And if she really didn't answer, shady, shady palm tree, right? Yes, of course he used her cards. I know. Sponging off her. Yeah, so all along, Jennifer, what I'm trying to say is in the report for him using the cards, they never gave the name of the person that he used the cards from, right? So WFLA, especially because they're so particular in what they will say is a fact or not, they always say, well, we can't confirm that it was Gabby's cards. We can't confirm. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say it was Gabby's cards, is what I'm trying to say, right? Not that I think any of us really doubted it, but just saying, right? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Dr. Phil. I think he does a lot of good things. I don't think he's a bad person, right? But yeah. All right, so let's watch that interview, the 20-minute one. And remember what I said about the husband lying? Does anybody here right now that has seen it? Did you guys catch the husband in a white lie? Because I did. I'm interested to see if anyone else did. I definitely did. So, all right, let me bring the screen up here. 1 second, please. All right. No, as far as I know, it never was confirmed on who exactly. We just all just guessed it was Gabby, as far as I know. All right. Just bringing up the video, guys. Give me 1 second here. I know I promised you guys I'd play the whole thing if I ever got it. So now I know where it is. So here we go. All right. Don't start freezing. No, no, no. Don't do it. All right, guys, I'm freezing. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Amber Truth Seeker posted it. Here we go. I'm going to try this one. Maybe this one won't freeze. All right, here we are. I'm going to link her afterwards. Okay.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me and Arabella? We'll do a quick sound check before I press play.
Why? Oh, you guys, I'm going to leave StreamYard and come right back. I'm sorry. I can't stand this whole getting stuck. Give me 1 second while I exit and come back, okay? Can you guys hear me? All right, you can hear me. Okay. All right, I left and came back. Now I'm going to bring it up. My computer's not frozen anymore. I don't know what's going on, but I got it figured out now. Okay. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. You guys are the best. I unplugged my camera. I think it was overheating a little bit. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So, all right, now we're back in business. Yeah. Share this.
I did not say that I saw my brother. I said I haven't been able to speak to him in reference to the time when I was called by the police. Since that point, I haven't been able to speak to my brother. I've been honest.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. The thing about it is we know Gabby's family. Gabby is.
We do too.
What do you want us to do?
We cooperate with the police. We're not supposed to talk to anybody, and you're making my children cry.
Was Brian with you on September 1st? Did he come to this house?
Yes, he came to this house with my parents in their Mustang, not the van. I did not know that he took that van back. I found out the next day with everybody else. We are just as upset, frustrated, and heartbroken as everybody else. And I am losing my parents and my brother and my children's aunt and my future sister-in-law on top of this. And you're not helping.
Why your parents? Why your parents? You're talking about
Because
Christmas.
they're not talking to us either.
Why aren't they talking to you guys?
If I knew, I would say. I don't know.
Do you think they're involved, your parents?
I don't know.
You don't know.
We know.
You're not involved?
We have literally been finding everything out with the news with like everybody else. My kids are upset. You're upsetting my neighbors, and all we want to do is let you guys know that we don't know.
What happened? What did you guys do on the 6th through the 8th at Fort DeSoto?
We were at Fort DeSoto on the 6th. We got there at around 2 o'clock, and we left around 8 because the kids had school the next day.
On the 6th?
On the 6th. We only stayed for about 6 hours.
Who was there?
My mom, my dad, my brother.
Would you guys be willing to go on record to say that you would like your brother Brian
FBI
Laundrie
knows all this. They've known
to
this
turn
since.
himself over
What
to the authorities?
what was going on at Fort DeSoto campground? What were you guys doing there? Like, where there was a campfire?
We had s'mores, we had dinner.
What did Brian say? Anything about
We had
Gabby?
our kids there. Nothing came up.
He didn't say anything about Gabby.
No, we've told
We
the
were-
FBI everything.
Did Brian go?
The
Did you?
world does not need to know what the FBI knows. And that's why we're silent.
They've asked us to not say anything. Really.
This is me coming out against them.
They're suffering. Big
We're
time.
suffering.
Well,
They're suffering.
to be fair,
I
They lost a life.
understand your view.
I mean,
A
to be fair, they lost a
100%.
life. So
I know.
I
We
really
could've
feel
too.
bad for you, but again, I don't
No,
feel bad
I
for
know.
you.
That's fine. You feel how you
So-
feel. We how we feel. My kids are upset. You're upsetting my children, who are very upset that they had to find out that their aunt died from you people screaming it at them from the house. So that's not
Where
fair.
was that at?
On
Oh,
Saturday when
Saturday.
you were here.
Your aunt died.
No, their aunt.
Their aunt died.
Yes,
The future aunt.
they considered her Aunt Gabby forever.
To
So
be honest with you, we can't even hear you inside.
We could.
I mean,
Couldn't figure it out.
So where else have you seen Brian since
that's
September
it. I
1st?
have not
September
seen
6th.
anybody after 8 o'clock on September 6th. I have not spoken to my parents.
How-
So Derpy McGee here, okay? Derpy McGee saying your aunt died. What? Huh? Dude, no, Gabby. Hello. They say that they found out that Gabby passed away from the loudspeaker people, right? From them yelling it. That's what they said. Okay. And then big homie on the right turns up and he goes, "We can't even hear you from the inside." Right after they say this, to be honest, we can't even hear you. Bro, you guys just told us that's how your kids found out that Gabby passed away, unfortunately, right? And of course, Derpy McGee with the megaphone. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the guy. I just think he had a dumb moment. I have dumb moments all the time. It is what it is, right? He was like, who? Huh? Aunt? What? But thank you, Sherry Landscaping. Hey, Britch. Hopes this knocks you off your moral perch. Girl, that did make me laugh. Thank you for that, Sherry. You're sweet. That's really funny. Gotta love them Britch trees, right? You guys crack me up. All right, so I'm going to play it. I'm going to rewind that little part one more time. Then you can see the husband say, we can't even hear you from the inside.
And that's why we're silent.
They've asked us to not say anything. Really.
This is me coming out against them.
They're suffering. Big
We're
time.
suffering.
Well,
They're suffering.
to be fair,
I
they lost a lot.
understand your view.
I mean, to be fair, they lost a
100%.
life. So
I know.
I
We
really
could've
feel
too.
bad for you, but again, I don't
No,
feel bad
I
for
know.
you.
That's fine. You feel how you
So-
feel. How we feel. My kids are upset. You're upsetting my children, who are very upset that they had to find out that their aunt died from you people screaming it at them from the house. So that's not
Where
fair.
was that at?
On Saturday when you were here.
Your aunt died.
No, their aunt.
Their aunt died.
Yes,
Her future aunt.
they considered her Aunt Gabby forever.
To
So
be honest with you, we can't even hear you inside.
We can.
Yeah, you guys are disturbing our kids, but to be honest with you, we can't even hear you inside. Well, which one is it? Which one is it? Do you not even hear them, or are they making you? Which one is it, dude? You know? And yeah, do you see her face? Yo, she gives him the death stare a couple times. And that's what I've been paying attention to as I rewatched this. And this 20-minute interview, right? Because it goes on longer, stuff the news didn't show. You'll see. But she shoots him that glare. You know that, ladies, you know the glare. You know the glare, right? Where you stare, you give the eyes like don't even. You give it to your kids, you give it to your man, you look at them, you go, don't just the eyes. You don't even need to talk. You just look, right? Like, I'll burn you with my eyes, you know? But yeah, I thought that was interesting that he said that, right? And I saw briefly before I hit play, somebody asked, when did they take Gabby's van? They took Gabby's van the same day she was reported missing, which is about the only thing that I can give props to the, Northport police floor, because they didn't wait on that. They went there the same day. On the 11th, they took the van, right? So that's good. All right, so I'm going to hit play again, but I just wanted to point that out to you guys because I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That doesn't even make any sense, right? So let me pause this here. So let me go back.
and Aunt Gabby forever. So
To be honest with you, we can't even hear you inside.
We can.
I mean,
Couldn't figure it out.
So where else have you seen Brian since
that's
September
it. I
1st?
have not
September
seen
6th.
anybody after 8 o'clock on September 6th. I have not spoken to my parents.
How long did they stay there? Do you know? Like at
I
the
don't know.
Fort DeSoto ground? Did Brian go off on his own into the woods or
No
anything?
way.
We
What
don't
we've
know.
been told, we know as much as you.
Did you? So when he came here September 1st, right? You said he came. What did he come here for?
My parents wanted to surprise the kids to pick them up at school. I did not know that Brian was with them when we had previously planned to hang out with them. This is not what we want to be doing. This is not how we want the world to find out when we're angry and upset. But I can't have my kids be crying for 3 days in a row.
What did the FBI take out of the house here? Like what?
Nothing.
They came here though
Yes.
during.
We met with them multiple times.
You met with them multiple times.
Yeah.
Did they ask you for like polygraphs or anything like that?
No.
No.
We're not.
We don't know.
We're not
anything.
involved in this at all.
He's my brother, and that's it.
The parents, we've been outside the parents' home for 2
understand.
weeks straight.
I know. I've been
There's-
watching.
Parents' home
I
for 2
understand.
weeks
I
straight.
know. I've been
There's
watching.
there's
because
there's people
the
out there,
only
they
way
they
I find
feel
things out is with you.
your family's involved, a cloud of suspicion. The
Sure.
reason why we're here for
Of
you
course,
is
we
because
totally
the media
understand.
The
No.
media,
The media ended up misconstruing what I said when they asked me if I had seen my brother. Like I said in the beginning, they didn't say, "Have you seen Brian?" It was, "What's the weirdest thing about this all?" It was, I haven't been able to speak to my brother. I tried to contact him after this. I tried to contact my family after this. I hadn't been able to speak to my brother.
Do you know
That's
about
it.
any additional burner phones?
I have no idea.
so you don't know nothing.
No.
Like, after.
He's my brother that I don't talk to that much.
And the parents ain't talking
And-
to you. Your own parents are not talking to you for what reason? They just,
The lawyer said no.
who's the lawyer?
Their
Their
parents' lawyer.
Their
We don't
lawyers.
have a lawyer. We have nothing to hide. We were told not to talk to anybody, and I'm upset that we have to come out and do this and then explain myself to the other guy.
So
So
when Gabby was missing, the parents weren't even looking for her. They weren't even out looking for her.
We don't even know what they knew. We can
Do you
assume.
know that she was missing when they went to Fort DeSoto?
No.
You didn't had no
September
clue that
11th,
she was
the
missing.
detective that was working with Gabby's mom called me up while we were on vacation.
We were in Orlando.
And then I called her back because we were eating dinner, and I told her everything she needs to know. We told them from day one that we were at Fort DeSoto with them on the 6th and that they came over here on the 1st. The police has known everything that's out there the whole time, from September 11th night on. That's when I became involved, and I knew nothing before that.
Any other
So
questions?
what were your thoughts after you found out she was missing and your brother was here by himself and in her van and ran up $1,000 on her
These
credit
are
card?
things we're not allowed to answer.
And that's
Have you ever seen Brian hit Gabby?
No,
Have you ever seen him fight?
no,
Have you seen him hit any woman?
no. I've never seen him be
Domestic
abusive
violence
or
runs your
angry
family.
in anything. No.
You know that we talked to neighbors. We canvassed your parents' neighborhood.
Yeah.
They've heard screams coming out of your parents' house on multiple
Your
occasions.
parents' house.
Okay, I
Screams.
don't know what to tell you about
Might have
that.
been our kids. We lived there for a year.
Oh, you lived at the
Yeah.
home in Wabasso,
Yeah,
Gabby and Brian lived with us.
when they were in
And
New York.
and you never seen him fight, no argue, no.
Of course, we
But
bicker,
nothing.
everybody bickers, but nothing like what no
Nothing that would
domestic anything.
constitute domestic violence.
No,
No.
yes, or else we would have thought something about it.
Right.
Like, I don't stand for that. I was in a bad relationship similar to that what's saying.
Wabasso,
Yeah,
Gabby and Brian lived with us.
when they were in
And
New York.
and you never seen him fight, no argue, no.
Of course, we
But
bicker,
nothing.
everybody bickers, but nothing like what no
Nothing that would
domestic anything.
constitute domestic violence.
No,
No.
yes, or else we would have thought something about it.
Right.
I don't stand for that. I was in a bad relationship similar to that what's saying has happened. I wouldn't let that happen. We're
I thought evil monsters were made out to be.
A lot of people just want answers. There's a cloud of
What
suspicion.
do you
Nobody,
want
nobody, nobody
You
came to your
decide
house, I'm
this.
sure, to after it came out in the media, they said, "Oh, you lied." They said that you
yeah,
misled
I've
the
been accused of lying.
saying
but
that you
it's
didn't
not
see him.
right. I didn't say that I didn't see him. I said I didn't speak to him after that question was like, what was the weirdest thing that I haven't been able to talk to my brother? As in, from the 11th forward, I have not been able
So
to
then the
talk to
media
my
is
brother.
spun it around.
Yes.
You read the transcript, it's right
The
there.
transcripts are out there of everything that was said, and then I was misquoted on inside the article, but that's not what I said. I'm sincere.
I think you guys need to make like a public statement telling Brian to turn himself in. I think that would ease a lot of people's.
We don't even know if
You
he's
know.
on the run or he's.
Do you think he's dead?
No idea.
Where does he camp around here? Like where else besides Fort DeSoto?
I'm sure she's giving
FBI, everything.
When you guys were children, you're obviously your whole family's outdoorsy. So when you guys were children, you know, like every summer I went to a place. Where was your summer vacations at normally?
Didn't have that. We grew up on a great street where our summer vacation was hanging out with our friends. So
I mean, we have to. We are here
Same
for the
boat.
Tito family. They are suffering bravely, suffering bravely. Things that you will never even feel.
Hope not.
And
I
it's just right now. You know, having your family.
Can you hear me now? Sure. I keep seeing you say mute. Can you hear me now though? Yeah. What a stupid question, right? Where did you vacation when you were younger? That's what I said when I think I was muted, but that lady's stupid. And then this dude trying to get a selfie, like you can hear. Okay, thank you. I tried to put my headphones back in, and apparently it didn't register with the computer because I'm trying to figure out this whole headphones thing, guys. Sorry about this. That lady with the blonde hair is straight up annoying me. I don't know. I don't like her questions. I don't like how when they came out of the house, she was like, "Where is Brad?" She started yelling. Like, that lady's crazy. Like, she's crazy. And why is this dude trying to get in a selfie photo? He's starting to annoy me too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being salty, but like, bro, now's the time for you to try to do this. It's really awkward. You'll see. I'll keep playing it.
Family destroyed, and then the people that you trusted your family member with is ignoring you and hanging up the telephone on you.
I understand. I'm in the boat where I'm getting ignored by my family and thrown under the bus by my family's attorney.
Why would he do that? Like why?
Protect his client because she's not their client.
So I'm just as mad.
Did they have a storage shed, Gabby, and
They have a storage locker.
Brian? Do you know where it was?
I have no idea.
Do you know what date your brother flew back that your dad paid the plane?
Okay, this is another thing I want to talk about real quick, all right? I want to talk about remember how they went back to Brian left because he had to take out the storage unit. And the word on the Twitterverse is that, and I don't know how accurate this is, okay, that the father, Christopher Dirty Laundrie, said to Brian, "I'm not paying for that storage unit for another day." Okay, that's how the story's going, right? How accurate that is, I'm not sure. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know, right? But listen, to get a last minute plane ticket, to go home, to empty a storage unit that is probably no more than $100 a month, okay? How much money are you going to spend to cough up to go home and get a two-way ticket, right? To go clean out a storage unit? That would cost more than just paying for the extra couple months probably that you're even going to be there. And why does it take a whole week? I have a whole theory about why Brian came home. My opinion is, I think that he had a doctor's appointment, and I think that he had a doctor's appointment for possibly medication, and he had to take a urine, and he had to wait for his medication. Why else? It's either he had to go home to get his meds, or him and Gabby got into a horrible fight and they broke up, and then he went back and they made up, whatever, right? So something's not right with the storage unit story. I think we can all agree on that doesn't, even if you're one of those weirdo people who think Brian is innocent, which there are those people out there, you're stupid anyways. Still, even if for whatever reason you don't think that Brian did anything wrong, why do a whole week like that? That makes no sense, right? And then remember how Cassie said a couple weeks ago when she was on Good Morning America, she said, well, he always comes home when, and then she stopped herself from talking. I think she was going to say when he has doctor's appointments or whatever. That's just my thought, because that's the only thing that really makes sense to me other than the fight, right? Maybe it was both. Who knows, right? The incident with the cops went down on the 12th, yes. And then he came home on the 17th, right. So I know that you would think he would come home right after the 12th, but maybe I don't know. None of this makes sense. I know. None of it makes sense, right? None of it. All right, let's finish this up.
Didn't even know he paid for the plane.
Did he fly back
Yes,
from
he flew back.
like
and they
around
had
like what, the
to order
17th or
something
something?
to put it into their house.
Around like the 17th or something
Yeah,
after the
he
fight.
got here on the 17th. I don't know what day he left.
Did you see him on that trip?
Yes.
What was discussed? Anything? Was he discussed
Nothing.
about?
They were talking, he was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip. And I mean,
Did he say he got in a fight with Gabby?
No.
He didn't talk about that incident.
Just was surprised to us. too.
Yeah. We're unfortunately in the dark as much as everybody else. And
What was your brother like when he was in middle school and a teenager? What was he
I
like?
didn't live in the house at the time.
Has he ever been violent with you?
No.
Never
Violent with
fight your
anybody?
brother. I mean, me and my sister went at it. She pulled my hair, kicked me in my eye.
We're 8 or 9 years apart. We're not.
Yeah, you're older.
Yeah. He's not like my. We were little together, brother. I mean, I was.
But you guys lived in the house at Wabasso. Everybody lived there.
No, my parents lived in New York.
Oh, they lived in New York. You lived in the
Yeah.
house.
We were.
Yep, that's a really good point. Smoky Blue Days says, now this is the lie I picked up. All right. Cassie says they aren't talking to me because I don't know why. Then later on, she says the parents' lawyer said so, right? And it's interesting because loudmouth Blondie there in the back, right? The one with the big mouth is like, well, her parents' lawyer is obviously trying to protect them. Then all of a sudden, Cassie was like, oh, yeah, it's because of the parent. It's because of the lawyer, right? She kind of just went with it, right? So I thought that was interesting too, Smoky Blue Days. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. And yes, Bohemian, it does depend on what the meds are. Absolutely, it does. If it's something like, in my state anyways, I know it's different everywhere you go, but if it's something like the Suboxone or Adderall or something in that class, right? Then you do need to show a urine. They don't just give them. I know that a lot of places, pharmacies or doctors will work with you if you're on vacation or whatever, but for how long? They're not going to do it every single month, right? They're not going to let you go months. Maybe they'll give you an exception once, but not months in a row, right? At least not in Massachusetts anyways, okay? But that would be a reason he would have to go home if you ask me, because why would you want to leave your vacation to go home, even for a storage locker? I don't know. There's got to be another reason. It's either they fought or he had to get some kind of medication. But then again, does he even take medication? Because he doesn't drink freaking bottled water. But then again, he drinks Monster. So none of it makes sense, no matter what. Let's finish.
And then Brian and Gabby came there.
When they moved down to Florida, they moved in with us to get on their feet.
How did they meet?
Job.
High school. Well, I
feel like I'm answering too many things.
Yeah, I understand, and I appreciate and respect. Out of respect, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave out of respect. We're gonna leave.
We appreciate you.
I don't think we're gonna be back.
Because
And I'm
this is
sorry.
what we wanted, right?
No,
This
I
is
know,
what we
100%.
wanted, and this.
We were told not to come out, but I can't have my kids crying.
Well,
So,
the fact that you came out, we're not coming back.
Yeah, we're not.
I mean, unless you're lying or there's something new or something, we're not coming back. God bless you guys.
no, us too.
We just
My
want
kids
justice
can't.
for her.
We're upset. We're sad.
And you see, we're rational people. We just want answers. We want just closure for Gabby.
I would, if I were you, change your strategy because
This blonde lady drives me. If I were you, I would change your strategy. Dude, it's like we don't have a strategy. Like, what? Our strategy is probably to just like stay the F away from you crazy people yelling at us. And listen, I think they are lying about a couple things. I do. I really do. I really think they are. But for that lady to be like, change your strategy, girl, what do you suggest? You know what I mean? What? She just says dumb stuff. She reminds me of my mom. You know how your mom says dumb stuff? You're like, don't. Yeah, that's that lady right there. Just like, can you not, Ma? Can you not? She's like the cringe alert. You know what I'm saying? Just don't talk, you know? Oh my God. All right, let's go on here.
Where our summer vacation was hanging out with her friends.
It's a tough situation, and I'm hearing you, and I appreciate you guys coming out and talking. We do respect that, and that's why.
Save our neighbors.
Yeah.
And this, again, if no one, I don't think anyone would have ever came to your house
No,
until the media came out and said, well,
the
she.
media said that, and my parents were really screwed me over by saying that he just.
Well, I
stopped
saw
by.
the comment
He
that he
did
made.
not just stop by on the way home, and I was livid, and I'm not speaking to anybody.
Yeah,
I'm done. Because that put me in danger. That made my kids find out this horrible way with questions. We were waiting until there was some kind of closure, so the kids were just sad instead of sad, worried, and now really scared of you guys.
Well, based off all the stuff on the internet, do you think Brian killed Gabby?
I don't know. The internet is the internet.
Understand.
I don't know. That still gets me, man. That still gets me. It gets me. That's so telling, right? So telling. I don't care how long it's been since I talked to my brother. I don't care if he's missing. I know him. I know it's not in his nature to hurt another human being, right? So for her to even say, I don't know, but I don't think he would do something like that, even that would be better than just, I don't know, you know? I think that's very telling. Very telling. And if she was out here as like a decoy, trying to do whatever in cahoots with the family, right? I don't think she would have said that. I think she would have defended him, right? So for everybody who's like, well, she might be just trying to throw everyone off. Maybe she's talking to the family. Maybe this is part of their whole spiel. Okay, why would she say that then? They gain nothing from being like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think that was very cold, and I don't think that she would say that if that were the case, in my opinion. Let's finish.
If you had anything to say to Gabby's family, what would you say?
I've already reached out through the FBI to them, so.
You have yours. Yeah. I mean, I know the family personally, and I can share this. What do you have to say to Gabby's family?
I don't have anything to say right now because the police has told us specifically not to talk to anybody or anything.
I'm sorry to keep pausing it. One more thing, like, all right, she's mentioned a couple times, like the police have told us not to talk, but they've been answering a million questions. So now they have an opportunity to give a message to Gabby's family, right? And then she's like, we can't. I just find it a little odd that she couldn't have been like, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, this is horrible for all of us. You figure she would say something like that. I know that she's not supposed to talk. I get it. But you've already been out here talking, girl. What's it matter now if you give a message of condolences? I thought that was kind of cold of her, right? I really did. I didn't like that too much.
She's going outside of that talking to you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna.
As long as you didn't say anything that we didn't tell them.
They know everything.
No, they know
So-
everything. 100% honesty. September 11th night forward. We've been cooperative. They've
It's just
come over, we've
frustrating
met
because
them.
the
100.
family's upset because they're not getting the belongings from Gabby that are in your parents' home.
We have no idea what they have. or
They
don't
won't
have.
get. They won't give
Yeah.
them.
I don't know.
It's
Parents
just-
that hung up the phone on them.
I mean, it's just frustrating, you know.
I'd also like to say that not to upset Mr. Petito any further, but I did not get any phone calls from him in the days prior to this September 11th. September 11th, I checked my phone records. I don't see any. He maybe had the wrong number.
So not only are you not going to give condolences, right? Okay, Stacey, I'll see you later. So not only did you not give condolences because you can't talk about it, but now you wanna be like, oh yeah, not to upset Mr. Petito. Girl, he's already upset. Not to upset Mr. Petito, but yeah, he never called me. Okay, well then how did the police get a hold of you on the same day? If he had the wrong number. I want to know if he heard her voicemail when he called. She says her phone records show no Mr. Petito phone calls. I don't even know if I believe that. Like, that'd be a dumb thing to lie about because it will come out in the wash anyways. Haha, no pun intended. Laundry dirty, But hey, I think that's weird. And I think that her taking a little dig like, yo, you never called me is kind of tasteless, especially since she just declined to give condolences. I didn't really like that part. And the news didn't really show this part. And I don't know how I feel about it. You know, kind of makes me a little angry.
So I was not ignoring his phone calls. I
Right.
didn't get them.
Right.
First one was from the.
And that could have
Suffolk
happened.
County
He could have
Yeah.
got the wrong phone number. It's very easy. So
We called them right back.
it doesn't, you know.
It's just sad.
in
It's
our
just a
view,
sad
there's
situation.
not
It's
how
just
innocent
sad.
people
You know,
are.
I don't know what to think, but I appreciate you guys coming out,
Yeah.
and I do appreciate you coming out. I don't know what to think. You know, yeah. To us, the silence was like a form of guilt. You understand?
Oh yes,
Like-
I understand. But for us, silence was not guilt. Silence was
Well,
the
nobody
FBI
came here
telling us
until
not
the
to.
lie
Yes,
was
I
betrayed.
know.
And you know,
And
Funny people here.
oh, they have come
media,
by.
but
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
but there's just people upset. And they just want answers. They want Brian because he's on the loose.
Trust me, I understand.
Whether
too.
he's dead or
I
alive,
want
he's
him
out
to be
there.
found because
The
one,
sooner he's found,
sucks
the
for us.
sooner
Yeah.
this is over for us.
Yes.
We can start. the
And that's what we
process.
keep trying to express to your parents is that if they can just come out and just start cooperating,
Making a statement.
making a statement,
I know.
we will go away.
I've
I
been
mean, we have to. We are here.
saying,
We
Bless
just
you
want
guys.
justice for her.
no, us too.
We just want justice for her.
We're upset. We're sad.
And you see, we're rational people. We just want answers. We want just closure for Gabby.
I would, if I were you, change your strategy because they don't have
Yeah, they don't even have a lawyer.
Gabby deserves better and maybe help pressure your parents into doing the right thing because I'm telling you, Gabby's family's suffering gravely, and your parents know more than they're letting on, and it sounds like they deceived you, which is not good for any parent. And I'm just
We're not even
hoping that
talking to
maybe some
them, so-
pressure from the family might help them cooperate with law enforcement so we can put an end to this. Like, I got better things to do. I'm burnt up. I've got chapped lips.
We've been out there.
I'm sick and tired
We've
of
been,
being here.
you have a
This
beautiful
is what
neighborhood.
we need from them.
We've been outside your parents' home for 2 weeks. We just want answers. We want them to come forward and share everything they know. But they refuse to, they just stay silent. They're in their home. Yesterday went out gardening in the back of your house, during, Brian's on the loose. They haven't given any public statement saying, hey, Brian, turn yourself in,
Or help me find my son, or like nothing.
They're outside
Nothing.
gardening.
We
Nothing.
are
Out
just
gardening.
baffled and blown away. as
It's like,
everybody else.
Going about our lives like
I
nothing
don't-
happened.
Do you think,
I don't know what
have you heard about September 14th where Brian allegedly bought a burner phone at the
From the
18
news.
from the. Do you think his mom was with him? You think your mother? Because they
That's
said
what the news says. I don't know what.
Brian didn't like a cell phone to begin with.
he didn't like cell phones. Is he like an outdoorsman?
So the news didn't play that part either. Brian didn't like cell phones to begin with, right? Okay, so then why did he go buy a new one on the 14th? First, the lawyer said, nah, he bought one on the 4th, but then they changed it to the 14th, right? I think he had the date wrong or something, right? That was kind of weird. So when they asked the Laundrie lawyer, well, why did Brian buy a new phone? The lawyer said, well, I don't want to speculate, right? Yeah, I got chapped lips. I know the lady says that. Ridiculous. All right, let me play the rest. Yeah. Also, I noticed too, like, big homie husband over here, he kind of looks really relaxed throughout this. And a couple times when he spoke, I'm like, yo, is this dude a little tipsy or something? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just his personality. I don't know. But I'm like, is he hitting the bottle? He's like, he's really chill. Like, he has his arms down for the majority of the time. And doesn't seem defensive. Like, Cassie seems defensive. She crosses her arms a lot. And she's feeling attacked. So I'm really not surprised that she does that, you know? But him, he seems really relaxed for being, interrogated, if you ask me, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Like what is he like? What's his hobbies? Like, does he like do camping, like at outdoors? And do you think he could survive out in the woods for a month?
I think anybody could survive out in the woods for a month. Grab a book and go out there and try.
I don't know if I asked before, but do you think he's alive?
I hope so.
You hope so.
Yeah.
See,
I hope so.
I think people want him held accountable, but no harm done to him.
No, of course.
We don't want harm done to him. We just want him held accountable for his actions.
We would like to give his nephews an answer to when they can see their grandparents again. When, see their uncle or talk to him, anything. He was their hero, so.
I'm sorry for your guys' pain. I'm sorry for you guys' pain. I really am.
I'm very sorry. Yeah.
Sorry,
Very
guys.
sorry.
You guys have a good day. God
Thank you
bless you.
very
I hope
much.
everything turns out. Keep praying. This all ends, and then everyone can move on and just move forward from here.
But we need to find your brother so we can start
100%. I don't
start the healing
what we're
process for
doing,
the
but-
And again, we don't condone any violence on your parents.
Nope.
We've been out there, but we
We're
haven't.
protesting against violence.
We've been out there, but we haven't went on their property. We don't want anyone doing any damage to their house. We don't want anybody to storm their house. We just want answers. Want them to come forward. Hopefully they'll do that.
Tomorrow.
Hopefully,
Every day I wake up and
I'll be
check my
honest.
phone
I
that
prayed.
they
I
text me,
prayed.
like, every
I've
day.
been praying for the last couple of days saying, I hope they repent and do what's right. Just like I prayed for you guys. I prayed that I would be able to speak to you guys or you guys would come out and give answers. I prayed for that the last couple of days. I said, and this might happen. And it did. God bless you guys. And, it's just hope this gets resolved quickly because, the longer he's out,
No,
it's a danger.
I agree. But, I agree. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that this is.
Thank you. And we are leaving. We are leaving and we're not coming back. I'm not coming back.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you.
Thank you,
guys
Cassie,
doing
for your
the right thing.
time.
Understand it.
Yeah, so anyways, I really, like I've said before, I'm not too scared to admit that I flip-flop going back and forth, trying to decide whether I understand what these protesters do or I don't, right? There are moments where I'm like, good, they got him to talk. They got him out here. They're, whatever, they're doing the right thing. Then there's times where I'm like, who do you think you are? And I kind of go back and forth on that. I really do. Like, I can't make a decision. But to, like, we get it. You know, Gabby, it hurts. I understand that. I get it. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know what he's expecting. I mean, like I said, I was kind of glad the other night. I'm like, well, they've been protesting. They got some answers, but did they really get any answers? I mean, we got answers as far as their family dynamic, but is it true? You know? And I find them really annoying too. And, you know, I don't know how I feel about this Trump Jonathan dude. I really don't. There's something on his Twitter that really annoyed me from earlier. Let me show you what it is, because it would just like rub me. I don't know. It was something stupid too. It rubbed me the wrong way. I can be petty, so maybe you guys can let me know if this is petty or if this is just like, yeah, this dude's a tool, you know. But let me go over to it. Let me share the screen here. I shut my camera off because I think that might have been part of the problem that I was having. I don't know. I just unplugged a bunch of stuff thinking I wouldn't get stuck again. Okay. This isn't it, but it's interesting. I've been outside the home of Brian Laundrie for 2 weeks protesting and covering everything that goes on. Now, this is the dude that was just asking the questions you heard. I'm a journalist/activist. Thank you for the support. My work can be found here. Like I said, that wasn't what I wanted to bring to your attention, though. Hold up. Where was it? Hold up. Wait. It was like really stupid. It was about how he broke the story about how much the neighbors are getting paid or something. I'm like, you really care about that right now? Like, you really care about that? It's so dumb. All right, hold on. Oh, did you guys see the lady get smacked by the dude? Oh my God. Some of you have definitely probably seen this, and some of you definitely probably have not. I'm pretty sure it was the blonde lady, the cringy lady asking the questions. I'm pretty sure she's the one that got hit, but I'm going to show everybody for those of you who have not seen it. Now, this didn't happen recently. This was like last week or something. Do you remember how there was a word on the Twitterverse, the street, that somebody had footage of Brian leaving on their cam, on their not dash cam, freaking doorbell cam or whatever. And we all heard that, right? Well, I guess Jonathan Trump dude and the blonde lady that we heard, I'm pretty sure it was her, started to walk over to his property to ask him for it, right? Because they had heard he was the one that had it. So I guess the dude wigged out and like started freaking out. So I'm going to show it real quick for those of you who haven't seen it, because it's kind of crazy. He got arrested for this too, by the way.
Fuck you too. You want my property? You're gonna hit a woman? Get your soda. Fuck you too. You want my property? You're gonna hit a woman?
Yo, he's big mad, right? He's big mad. Yeah, the guy asking questions is the ex-con. Yeah, he just said that on Twitter. Yep, somebody obviously blew up his spot about him being an ex-felon or something like that. Did he erase it? Oh, shoot. Is it gone now? Or does he just tweet so much I don't see it? I think he just tweets so much. He tweets so much. All right. So 38 minutes ago, the lady with the chapped lips, I think, said that they're at the Carlton Reserve. Remember all the cars were there? If you're joining us late, there was a bunch of cars there at the reserve. More than normal police activity, right? Oh my God, they even went to the AT&T store today, these two. These two are quite the team. So the phone that Brian bought from AT&T was not a burner phone. He put it in his name, okay? So it wasn't a burner home. So these two went by there today, and they wanted to talk to the people that work there about Brian, and they said they couldn't talk about it. They were like, we can't answer these questions, right? Because the police probably told them to not answer the questions, right? So they even went there. Wow, they're going all in, right? They getting pizza delivered to them. 92 degrees, damn. All right, so this is what dude says 3 hours ago. My theory is Brian and his mom, Roberta, both bought burner phones together before he escaped so they can use them to communicate. Also, I think Roberta has his phone buried in the backyard, digs it up when needed, and puts it back when it's done. I don't think so, considering the news has already reported that he bought a phone that was not a burner phone and put it in his name, right? I mean, if you were buying a burner phone, you wouldn't go to AT&T. You'd go to the gas station, right? Or a pharmacy and get a burner phone. You don't go to AT&T to get a burner phone. And furthermore, if Roberta's got a phone she's burying in the backyard, don't you think a drone would pick up on it? Because first of all, when they were out there gardening the other day, the drones were taking pictures of them. The father's actually pointing at the drone while they're watering their flowers. Like, they can't even water their flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because somebody catches it. So how is she going to bury a phone? This dude's kind of cooked, huh? Oh, I didn't see this yet.
So you're saying last.
All right, so he has a little interview, and I'm over here talking shit, but I'm using his footage. Sorry, Jonathan. I think you're a little extreme. In the beginning, I really liked you, but I think you got a little bit too much in. So I haven't seen this yet. This is a neighbor that says she saw Brian. Let's see what she has to say, okay?
2 Fridays ago, when during the protest, the day they reported missing, witnesses are saying Brian ran out of there.
Probably through the woods right here. And he hauled ass, and the neighbors right there got it on surveillance.
So
said they thought it was him.
So yeah, and so you're saying the police actually asked you about that photograph that's circling. Do you know if
they came back? What was it, Saturday? They came back the next day, and I thought I was in trouble because of the protest. Don't you remember? Like, the cop wants to talk to you. And
did they go to any other neighbors? You think? Did they go?
They were at, well, they asked them, didn't they, first? And then the cops went over the crisis.
The cops were walking up and down the street.
So you guys think it was him?
Yeah, definitely. He was here.
I mean, to us, we think it looks like him too.
He was here.
Yeah.
I mean, we think.
He was here Friday, and as soon as it got dark, everybody was so concerned with the protest.
Yeah.
And instead of the cops blocking off this whole subdivision, they only focused on that one street. Well, who else is gonna be running down the street that fits his description? During, I mean, it could have been somebody who's like, "Oh shit, I want to see what's going on."
Yeah.
But I don't know. The cops came and they showed us the picture, and I was like, "That's him, dude."
Yeah, and then you're saying that neighbor there. I'm just gonna zoom in. That one with one right there is the one that has surveillance.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ask.
They have a camera facing the street. Right
Oh, they do have a camera. Did they provide the security to the police?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Interesting. All right, what are you guys' names? I just want to ask.
Jen and Richard.
Jen and Richard. God bless you guys. Thanks you for coming out, and hopefully we can find this guy.
I just feel like they haven't ever dealt with this kind of situation before, and they couldn't do much about it. But I just think that he definitely got out right underneath their noses. I think the parents.
I think that day.
Yeah, by the way, we haven't seen him. And
yeah, for 3 days prior.
For 400 acres,
And shame on them if they lied. The parents lied, because if he.
All right, that's enough of that. He's pretty. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure that the FBI, the police, whoever, they definitely probably have that entire street. That they probably had everybody looking at that footage, right? Like, just because we haven't heard about it doesn't mean it didn't happen, But that clown hanging there, kind of creepy, right? Ooh. Look at that thing. Not a fan of clowns. Get out of here. Okay. Speaking of clowns. Oh, what? The neighbor that, is this real life? The neighbor that was yelling, the one that got arrested, he really did get arrested too. He has a GoFundMe set up. Of course he does. Of course he has a GoFundMe. Protect myself from this fraudster, Jonathan Riches. Why do you need a GoFundMe to protect yourself? I mean, you already got arrested, right? Oh my God, people, I'm telling you. It's always Florida. It's always somebody in Florida. No offense, Kim S. and half my Florida people, but what's going on in that state, man? There's always something crazy going on in Florida. It's either Florida or Texas, right? Florida or Texas. Yikes. Yeah, there's a discrepancy between the 14th and the 4th for as far as the phone goes. Definitely. Where is the freaking thing I wanted to show you guys? Oh, here it is. This is what this is what made me go, all right, I've had enough of this dude, right? I had that moment where I'm like, this is kind of queer. So listen, I broke the story weeks ago. The media are paying $3,500 a week to camp out in the neighbor's yard across the street from the home of Brian Laundrie. TMZ just came out with it for the first time last night. Oh, you know what, Jonathan? I'm so proud of you for breaking that news first. Thank you. What would we do without this dude, you guys? What would we do? Really, let's send him some pizza. Not, I think he should go home. I think enough's enough. You know, we have Brian Enton there. If anything happens at that house, people go, people come, people leave, whatever, I'm sure we'll hear about it. Like, I just don't understand why they're still doing this at this point. It's just a little much. I'm really, like, kind of annoyed by these people at this point. And I feel bad because I started thinking the other day, right? I'm like, I have a 5-year-old little girl. If I had people outside of my house all day, every day yelling, like, I would bug out, you guys. I think Cassie Laundrie is definitely hiding something, but at the same time, you have a motherly instinct, as we know, to protect your children. So if I walked outside my house and it was for the reason she did, like, yo, you're bothering my kids, I would have just said that and went back inside. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, you guys are upset at my children. You're making them cry. You know, she loves to say we can't answer these questions. They told us not to. But why wouldn't you just say, stop yelling outside my house, my kids are crying, and go back in? Why would you sit there and talk about everything else? So many weird things. You from Boston or something? Might be. I might be south of Boston. Maybe not. Maybe. Somewhere around there. Yep, you are definitely close. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. But the reason why I even came to his page is I wanted to show you, like, the picture of Dirty Laundry Father. Oh, here it is. He thought the other day he was gonna go out, water his flowers, right? Nope. He got caught up on the camera on the drone pointing like, yo, they're watching us water our flowers. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to go outside your house because you're sketchy. Sketchy AF. Yo, their lawn's getting mad long too. I don't know. They're gonna have to come out eventually. Can't stay inside forever, right? This is the updates we get from Jonathan. Oh, delivery. Got a delivery. Got the mail today. Oh my God. And the sad part is, like, people like me who are obsessed with this case will sit here and watch it and then laugh at it and be like, you're so dumb, but we check it, right? Of course. I'm not even going to lie. I check it, right? But $3,500 a week, shoot. Of course you could come in my yard all day, every day, you know? That's crazy. That is crazy amount of money to be over there. I wonder how long they're going to stay there, you guys. How long you think they're going to stay there? Brian Enton is basically moved in on that street. He should just buy property. Like, for real. I feel bad. That guy has been there forever. Speaking of him, let's see what's on his page. If anything happened at the reserve, I'm sure he will have it on his Twitter. So before we end this here, I am going to drop the link, by the way. I've totally forgot to mention that. And see if anyone wants to call in, right? All right, so this is an hour ago, okay? This is the Northport Police Department abandoned vehicle report related to the Mustang at the Carlton Reserve. Related to Mustang at the Carlton Reserve? Everything is blacked out because of the open investigation, but the timestamp is still here. Oh, so this was on the 14th. I'm sorry. I thought this was from today. Okay. So that really did happen. All right. And that's probably why they had to change their dates. Derp. Okay. Yeah, so no updates as far as like what they're looking at the reserve. That's interesting. I thought we would have heard something by now. Something, right? But anyway, so here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Because remember how you guys told me I was muted? That's because I had plugged my headphones back in. So what I have to do now in order to take a couple calls, I gotta leave StreamYard, put my headphones in, and come back. That way they'll actually work. And then I'm gonna drop the link. And anybody that wants to call in and say something, you'll be more than welcome to, okay? So just give me 1 second to leave StreamYard and come back. That way we don't get the echo, all right? 1 moment. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Can you hear me? I'm just checking before I drop the link. I want to make sure I don't get any issues here. I'm trying to figure out how to be a headphone person. Bye, Rev Rick. See you later. See you next time. Can you just say yes in the chat if you hear me? Yay! Okay, here's the link. Thanks for waiting, guys. Now I know what to do next time, so I appreciate you letting me know. I'm getting a little better at this each day. Thanks for being here with me while I try to figure this out. So there's the link. If anybody wants to call, maybe you noticed something I didn't. Maybe you want to talk about your theory. I know that Jennifer Folks said her theory is a lot darker. When I mentioned the storage locker, I was kind of curious what she had to say, but so anybody's welcome to call in. If not, I'm probably just going to head out of here until I would like to know what they were looking at the reserve, but seems like a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, turn off YouTube when you go on panel to prevent echo. Good advice, sure. Good advice. For shizzle. What do you guys think of Molly Golightly, huh? I'm curious what you guys think of that. I really am. I'm not surprised she went by there. Honestly, I can't say nothing surprises me with her. She's a character. All right, Just a Thought. Hello, Just a Thought.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, T. How are you? I love that accent, by the way.
Thank you.
I love it.
What accent?
What accent? So I'm calling because I just wanted to express this out loud, of course. So, you know how Cassie's answering the questions? She's like, I do not know. I do not know. The way she's it's instead of saying I don't know, if somebody's asking you a question where you genuinely don't know the answer, you're not going to be like, I do not know. I haven't not. No, you're going to be like, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't, you're not going to
say it. So how is she saying it? Say it again for me one time.
I do not know.
I do not know.
I don't when somebody's asking you questions you genuinely don't know the answer to, you're gonna be like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because I thought of that too. I'm like, because we all talk so different, even though we're in the same country, right? So I'm like, maybe it's just the way she says it. But no, I did notice it.
Yeah, and that's one of the so-called signs of somebody who's being deceptive. Instead of saying I haven't seen him, right? She hasn't said I haven't seen him, not once. She says I have not seen him, which is telling the truth, just adding an extra word in there,
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Instead of saying I just haven't seen him, I have not seen him, right? Nikki, I see you in the back. Can you just wave to me real quick and then you can shut your camera off, please? Thanks. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, and to be honest, for somebody who doesn't know, I would be just as frantic as the people outside my house. I would be like, what the hell is this bullshit? I don't want to be associated with this. I'd be outside. I'd be at my mom's house. I'd be banging on all the doors and everything. Cause I'm not I don't care how, well, I mean, I guess I'm just speaking on my behalf. Okay. But if I genuinely don't know something, I'm not going to be the way she's behaving is obviously trying to put some fucking perfume on some shit, okay? She's trying to cover up something here, the way she's behaving, and then they can't help but to spew out some truth because the husband was like, oh yeah, we can't hear anything from inside. Yeah. You guys are really bad liars, terrible liars, horrible liars. And I do believe that she's associated with the parents. Yeah, she's been there since the beginning. That's all I gotta say. And she hasn't been truthful just based off the way she answers her questions, which is I have not seen Brian instead of I haven't seen Brian, just like a normal person would talk. But somebody who's trying to hide something would be like, I have not seen Brian.
like a computer, you're programmed. Yeah. Yeah. Now that you say that.
What's the other one? I can't. What's the other one she says?
I do not know instead of I don't know.
I do not know.
Does not compute. Does not compute.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.
Bye. She's so funny. Hey, Jennifer. So hold on, Nikki backstage. I don't know if you can hear me, honey, but I need you to just wave to me and make sure you're not a peen, because I have some haters out there, and I just got to make sure. Oh, okay. I see you. Now you can shut it off again if you want, honey. All right. Hey, Jennifer, what's going on?
Not much.
Yeah, so I was curious about your theory here.
So I'm probably really deep, dark conspiracy, but I mean, let's look at the dates. He goes back home to clean out the storage locker. Did the parents know ahead of time?
I don't know. I'm assuming they did, because now this can't be confirmed, but I keep seeing and hearing and reading that the father is the one that said, Christopher, right? He's the one that said, I'm not paying for this storage unit for another day, according to Jonathan Trumper.
That's not what I mean.
They
know what he planned to do in advance.
Oh, well, okay. When you said did they, I thought you meant like did they know he was coming or whatever. Sorry about that, but I don't know, man. I really hope they didn't. I mean, I really hope so. That would be kind of weird. You think Brian went home and was like, "Hey, Ma, hey, Dad, I've had enough of this chick. Here's my plan." I hope not.
I don't know. I mean, he comes back. What was that? The 24th he came back? Or was it the 23rd?
I think it's 17 to 23, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. And then she's probably dead within 24 to 72 hours. To me, that's just some odd timing that all of a sudden goes home, cleans out a storage locker, and then boom, she's gone.
No, they were spotted together after that, though, leaving the hotel. Yeah, leaving the hotel. So I think this storage thing is a front for something else he really had to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. And that's another thing. I wish that they would talk. That way we could understand it. Because as of right now, you really never know. So you're thinking that he went home, maybe talked to his parents and made a plan?
I think it's possible. I think it's entirely possible.
I guess we can't rule it out. You do too. Hi, Nikki. Yeah, we can't rule anything out, right? Nikki, what do you think?
It's just really odd.
I definitely think the parents are involved. Definitely. I really do. I think they know where they are. And from what I've been seeing on the news lately, like they're shutting Cassie out too, apparently. They won't talk to her. She's completely shut out. That's very, very strange to me. And I guess from what Cassie was saying, it's almost like she's not close with her brother. So does that mean she's not close with her parents as well? Like, is there something there? It's so much. So much.
So many unanswered questions. Yeah, and they could be protecting her, right? They could be maybe they won't talk to her because they don't want to implicate her. I hope that's it, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, but the attorney made it sound like he's all of their attorney except for Cassie. Why? Why did the parents need an attorney?
Exactly.
Why do the parents need an attorney?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me either.
And why did they already have one set up? Why did they have one set up the day the police went there? They were like, "Here's a piece of paper. We're all set. We already know what's going on. Talk to our lawyer." Like, nobody has that set up ahead of time. Like, that tells me they knew it was coming, obviously. Why did they know it was coming? Yeah. Did Brian come back and tell him? Did he plan it before he left from the storage unit? I mean, super shady. Either way, I think that most of us can agree, besides a very small percentage of people who are just diehard, like, amendmentists or whatever, that they're definitely not doing something right. Something's not right, right? Like the whole, they don't have to talk. Yeah, but innocent people, what does Dr. Phil say? People who have nothing to hide don't hide or something.
Okay, but that's fine. They don't have to talk.
Even on the doctor. Yeah, I was just going to say on the Dr. Phil show, he just had them on there. He just had the Petito family on there, and the stepdad, the mom, and the father, they were all on there and said, "Yes, turn yourself in."
Mm-hmm. Well, but here's the thing. Fine, they don't have to talk. But my son is missing. I sure as hell am pounding that pavement to find my son.
Yep.
That's what I don't get. So when I'm seeing them in their garden and they're gardening and watering the garden, to me, that makes me feel like they're not worried because they know where he is.
Yeah, life has continued on as normal. And
it's
that's
so
concerning.
Maybe they're scared. So I try to
out. Exactly.
I try to think of it from all angles, right? Like, okay, so I'm the Laundrie mom, let's say, like, and the whole world is mad at me. Like, yeah, maybe I want to go on TV and say, hey, help me find my son, but at the same time, everybody's gonna laugh and point at me and not help. Like, I try to like think about the reasons why they wouldn't do it, right? And that's literally the only one I can come up with is they just feel silly or they have something to hide, right? One of those two.
Well, but here's the thing,
possibly-
though. They said that they thought he was going to harm himself. Do you really care what the media is going to say? Do you really care what the press is going to say? If you genuinely thought your child was going to harm themselves, do you care? Or do you just want your child back?
Great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point. If it's about your kid and life and death, your own flesh and blood, I don't think you would really care. You're right. Good point. Yep. I know. And why did they, like someone else said in the chat, why did they get a real estate lawyer and not a criminal lawyer? What? They must know them.
Our good friend KJ likes to tweet about that, how he's not a defense attorney.
Oh, God.
But I mean, she's got a business attorney, so why can't they have a real estate lawyer?
I know. Who is she to say anything? She's so stupid. Like, it's like, do you not realize we all know you have a same situation going on, Katie? Like, this is how dumb this lady is. So Lisa said, Cassie is talking out of jealousy and ignorance and making it worse. Oh, you think she's jealous, huh? Okay. That's different too. I seen someone else say that too. Like maybe Brian's favorited over her or whatnot, which is not uncommon at all.
But that's true. But why is the attorney not
She could
defending
be the
whole
black sheep.
family? Wouldn't you think that the attorney would be covering the family? Isn't that odd?
Yes, it is. It makes me wonder, and I think I don't even know what to think anymore. The whole damn thing is so odd. Like, I don't think I've ever heard a case like this.
I know.
mean,
Why
there's
wouldn't
been
he?
some weird ones, but man.
I haven't really pondered that, honestly. Like, why wouldn't he just talk on behalf of all of them? Why are they treating her like she's an outsider, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to implicate her. That's literally, it's got to be that. Because I can't think of any other reason. They don't want to implicate her, maybe. I really think that's what it is.
But that just builds into my theory. It really does. You know? It's
like
like
she
they
almost
didn't want
seemed
her
like
to know
she's
in advance.
upset about that, though. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but do you not think Cassie seemed kind of upset about that?
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be, though? You know.
Oh,
you don't know
that's
what's
all I
going on
agree.
in
Oh,
her
yes,
life.
I agree. That's what I mean. Like, she seems like she's upset about the fact that her parents aren't even speaking to her. She does not know where her brother is, and she's left in the dark. I mean, I'd be pissed right off.
Right. And maybe this is part of the reason why I kind of believe her, because she says, when they say, do you think your family has anything to do with your brother? I don't know. And you know, any sister would say, I know he wouldn't do that. So the fact that she's out there like, I don't know, and she seems genuinely pissed off about the lawyer, I think they really are ousting her big time for sure.
So do I. I really do. I believed her when I seen her on
Guys, don't be fooled. She's not. She's not. No way. Why would they oust her when she went with them to eat some s'mores?
She didn't know about it then. Nobody knew about it then. That was before.
But to me, it just seems really weird that I never asked about about Gabby. I never. Why?
No, she did. She did.
She knows.
She can't talk about it. She can't talk about it. She did, and she can't talk about it because that was one of the only questions where she was like, "Well, I can't talk about that." Do you know what I mean?
I cannot talk about it.
Yep. The robot. Yeah, and like I said, we got to remember she didn't know Gabby was missing when she went and had s'mores. You know what I mean? Or else maybe she would have pushed a little further.
No,
right. But why wouldn't she ask? Why wouldn't she be like, "Hey, so you know, where's Gabby at?"
I guarantee you, she did, and
I guarantee it too.
Right. Yep.
She knew.
Dirty old stank boots,
Cassie. We know you're a liar if you hear us, Cassie. We know.
Who picked up Ryan from the airport? Ooh, good question.
Cassie.
All right. Mel B. I see Mel B backstage. Can you just give me a wave, Mel B? Sometimes when people are backstage, they can't hear. They can only wait backstage and not hearing anything. So let me type it out. Yep, there she is. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, here we have Mel B, not Mel B from the Spice Girls. Mel B.
Aw,
What's up?
damn.
I just wanted to say, because somebody brought up about the fact of the mom gardening. I don't follow this person, and I can't remember who it was. It was a Jonathan something. I got a alert on my thing, so I just clicked on it. And there's a video, and they're saying that they think that there's a bunker underneath where the gardening box is, and they show like something, and they think it's like a hand coming up, and the mom passes that hand something. Yeah.
Is it the hold on, Trump? Jonathan is the name of the dude I've been talking about. The one where I'm like, he's cooked.
Yeah.
That's him, and he's the one that said that he thinks that the phone is buried in the backyard. I just talked about that a little while ago. But you're saying he might have another video with a hand or something. What? I'm gonna go look for it now on Twitter. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was YouTube. I saw it just a little bit ago. There was like some sort of notification, so I can't remember who it was. It was Jonathan something, and he showed the whole video, and you can
maybe
see
it's him.
something coming out of the dirt, and the mom hands something into the dirt.
I subscribe to Jonathan on YouTube. I think I do, anyways. Let me go check it out. Hold on.
The gentleman Scott Reich, who owns the Crime Talk channel on YouTube, which is so awesome, he says, which I really believe because of how relaxed the parents are. He says that he thinks that Brian may have gone to Cuba, which is highly possible, and gives enough time. I mean, from Florida to, I don't know if he would have probably gone in a boat or something, because they have like I think I've heard I've heard that they have some kind of like friends, some ties to the boating or something, and that he may have gone to Cuba. However, I don't know what the COVID situation is right now with that. Like,
you don't have to worry about COVID if you just immigrate, and you know what I'm saying? Like Cassie's husband is from, where is he from? Guatemala or something like that. Somebody was saying.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm looking on.
Because he's way too lax. He's way too lax. They're way too lax, and she's paranoid in her head. That's why she's coming outside like that. He's lax, but she's paranoid.
Yeah, he's mad chill. That's why I thought he was hitting the ball or
He's just
something.
as chill as the parents. She's the one who's freaking out. She's got a guilty conscience.
I'm looking for that video there. Jonathan Lee Richards, is that who you saw it on?
No, I don't think so. I've never done this before. If I like scroll up, can I go back to YouTube to see if the notification's still there to get his name?
You should be able to, and if you drop off,
It should be under your bell.
If you drop off, I'll let you come back. I mean,
all right. If I drop off, I'll post it in the chat. His name.
Okay, cool.
But,
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
AZ, what I didn't catch, which you did, was that she was like, Brian was their hero.
He said was. Yeah. Did you see me type that out? He said was the hero, right?
Well, but that could be because now that they're hearing that he did this stuff, that he's not their hero anymore. You can view that different ways.
Oh, true. Yep.
You know, I mean, they're now seeing people call their uncle a murderer. Would that still be your hero?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Or it
Michael
could mean he's
Jackson was
dead.
called a P word, and he's still my hero today.
Oh God, Joseph Morris, no. Mel B, I love you, but Joseph Morris, ugh. All right, let's just. I'm gonna peek at it. If it's from Joseph Morris, it might be bogus, but
it probably is bogus from him.
Knowing him, dude, he finds anything he can. Oh my God, all right?
I mean,
maybe we can watch. Dude, all right. For those of you who don't know, Joseph Morris is the biggest clickbait clown of YouTube criminal history. Like literally, he's been getting dragged left and right by everybody for being a clickbait extravaganza account owner. So if it is that, we'll just laugh at him. But I'm gonna play it because I see it now. I want to see this hand, Joseph Morris. There better be a hand here, Joseph Morris. Okay. All right, guys. So let me pull that up here. I see it, and I'm already laughing because Joseph Morris. That's why. All right. Let me share this screen. This guy, this better be legit. He don't care, man. He just keeps doing stuff. I haven't even messed with his account or looked at him because of just him being him. You know what I'm saying? But,
oh, he's gross. posting those pictures saying that was her autopsy pictures. That was gross.
Still at the house.
That was him? That's who you're talking about?
Basically,
That guy?
people
Oh
are
my
pointing
God.
this out on the particular drone footage. So if you want to get into the drone footage, someone has actually noticed here.
Oh
when
my
you
God,
look
it's
at
Brian.
this lawn right here, we see that there are no little white squares. All we see is this square for the fireplace. There is a conspiracy that that's not a fireplace, that is a bunker. And then we see that there's white squares. There's no white squares near the fence. Now, all of a sudden in the drone footage, there's white squares, and those white squares are actually little garden areas, like little boxes, garden boxes. So what's with their sudden interest in gardening? Could it be that area is actually, attached to the bunker, and they're handing people things through that garden box? This is a mysterious kind of question that's on floating around out there, and I just wanted to kind of play it and see what you guys think. So let's just get right into that. The hand sighting. So,
are you serious?
So I'm going to play the video just all the way through, and then I will go back and I will show you in slow-mo so that you can see exactly what is happening here. I did also zoom in. I apologize that the quality is so bad. It is not a video I took. It is a video that I had seen on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Decided to zoom in and screen record so that I could get a better look at what was happening. So right here, as you can see, she bends down and it looks like she hands them something and they hand her something, and then she then puts it in her pocket
Oh my God,
and proceeds
guys.
to walk away.
Bro, wait a minute. Hold on. Yo, you guys see that?
Oh
Like-
my God, I seen it.
Did you guys see that?
Saw
Chat,
it.
did you
It was
see
a
that?
hand.
Dude, that was definitely a hand. And I can't even believe that I'm watching a Joseph Morris video right now, but I need to see that one more time. Let's
Play one more game.
yeah, let me play this one more time because this really creeped me out right here. Hold on.
Hands
That's
them
why they're not
something and they
worried.
Yo, did you see it?
My God.
Hold on, I'm gonna keep going back. Hold on.
and it looks like she
She's
hands
handing
them
something.
something and they hand
Oh
her
my
something,
God,
and then she
Yo. Guys.
Oh my
Guys.
God.
Guys.
Guys, this can't be real.
I can't even believe I'm
Call the
like
FBI.
You know the best place to hide is right in the lion's mouth, right?
Yeah.
in plain
I'd
sight.
be calling the FBI and have that checked right out.
Dude, what? Hold
'Cause
on a
that is-
second.
And the way
That
the
is
way that
something.
little
hands them
that-
something and
oh
they
my
hand her
God.
something, and then she then
But-
puts it in her pocket
The way that little
and
square
proceeds to
is
walk
though,
away.
like the way it looks though.
Can you
oh
hear
my
me?
God, puta madre.
I can hear you guys. Yeah, I'm just playing it over and over.
Oh, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. I had no idea how he was or how he popped up on my
Dude,
YouTube.
it's
But
okay.
that's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad that I didn't just like laugh it off and be like, "Frick this
Yeah.
guy," because he literally is a clown. But this is pretty interesting. Like I can't even. I know people in chat. Is he just weeding? I don't know. You look at it again, dude. I'm gonna replay it. Let me mute this person talking though. This on the video. Let me mute his video. Okay, here we go. Now watch. Before I hit play, do you see this piece of wood right here? Right. Watch this area right here. Okay, you're gonna see a hand. I'm telling you. You can see something, okay? I didn't push play yet.
Oh my God.
Oh my fucking.
So weird.
But the way the square looks too on the ground, right? The way it looks, right? It looks like a little hole, like a manhole. And then the dad is like pointing directly at the drone, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yep, there is a photo of him pointing at the drone. I saw it earlier. He was trying to tell Roberto there was a drone.
I mean, I guess it could be an animal, but
He's like, Mom, can I have a piece of gum? My breast is painful.
What the fuck? I know it's hard. I wish I could make this bigger on this screen because it's small. It's small on Joseph's screen, so it's really small on my screen. But let me see. Actually, there might be a better way. Hold on. There might be a better way for me to show you guys. Let me make the whole screen the video. Okay. Like I said, it's small on his, so definitely going to be small on mine. Stop moving it, Joseph.
But even the shape of the where she's putting her hand in looks really weird compared to the whole rest of the thing.
And why is she only like touching that one area? She's not doing anything else.
Right. Like, why is she not on her knees working on it?
All right. I can't even believe this.
And why you gotta wear your hat for 5 seconds going outside, you know?
First of all, when people were like, why are they outside? Well, you got to remember, they've been in the house for how long? Of course they want to go outside, but wow.
There's nothing even like there's nothing.
See, and I thought the gardening was strange.
Yeah. Like there's
I didn't know it was like that though.
And she's only doing that one area. Like, I don't get it. She's got
Right.
nowhere else in that,
Oh my God.
garden box.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow, you guys.
Thanks, Lacey. I just wanted to show you that.
Well, I'm glad you showed me. Like, literally, I literally almost laughed it off and didn't even bother. And I'm really glad I looked at it because I don't even know what to make of that. I really don't. It looks like a hand. You're right. It really does.
Mind warp.
I'm going back to the chat.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Wow, guys.
Can we play it one more again, please?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm like, I wish it was bigger. I mean, I wish I knew where else it was so I didn't have to keep seeing Joseph Morris's face because I can't stand the dude and his stupid leather jacket. Anyways, this guy really irks me, I'm telling you.
But it's like the other thing has a whole bunch of veggies and that one doesn't. Weird.
All right, here we go. Oh, she walks. She looks
let me
around.
try not to look suspicious.
Yep. See that? Watch. Ready? Hand. Boom. Up. Hand.
And there's a picture, right? That you
Why is
said
he
of
moving
the
it?
husband pointing to a drone.
Yep. There is
Somebody
a picture.
said she gave him a Snickers. She's like, fuck. Let me act like nothing's the problem here. Up, little look back, little guilty look back. Let me not look up. Oh my God.
But put it.
That is messed up.
Thank you. Don't leave any gum wrappers down there. You know I don't like a messy room.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Do you think anyone's reported this yet?
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Even if it was an animal or something, like what animal would look like a hand and then disappear like that? Do you know what I mean? Like none of this makes sense. I can't figure it out either way. Yeah. I know it's hard to see on my screen, but like I said, it's hard to see on Yo, there's definitely a hand.
Thank whoever like flew that drone at that perfect time though.
I know. It was on Twitter.
We can see it now. Man.
It's on Twitter too. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's kind of wild, right?
Yeah, and then they have that big greenhouse in the back too.
And Brian definitely seems like the kind of person to want to have a survival bunker or something just because. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have
planted?
Don't they have a what?
Don't they have a hurricane shelter?
I think that's what they were just saying that was, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think that's what they were saying anyways.
You'd think the FBI would have checked that though, right? Or do you, well, then again, I guess you'd have to get a warrant specifically for it.
Yeah, you would have to get a warrant because you could, if they didn't know she had a, well, I don't know. That's a tough question actually.
You guys see this? Wait till you see this. Hold on. I found something. It's like not funny, but it is. It's on Twitter. Hold on. Because I'm looking for the raw footage. You guys see this little sign thing I just found? It made me laugh. All right. Oh, wrong Twitter screen. Hold on. I have 2 Twitters up. My bad. Hold on. Whoever did this, you have it wrong for this one. Of course, there's already memes out, you know, because why not? Here it is. All right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but the shed doesn't necessarily mean that that would be where the access point to the bunker would be, right?
I'm not in here. Look at the screen. Yo. I wanted to just start cracking up. Like, these people are gonna think I'm nuts if I just start cracking up out of nowhere, but I'm not in here. Dude.
Okay, that's good.
AC,
So-
can you find a picture of the father like pointing the camera, or can
That's
we
what.
watch?
Yeah, that's what I was just starting to look for because I know I saw it earlier too. He was definitely pointing up at it. Oh,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
this the raw
Here
footage.
is the-
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right, let me put it back to the beginning here. Okay, ready?
Brian, how you doing down there, son?
Oh, of course. It cuts.
That's
time I see
creepy.
it, every time. Can you take that comment off, please?
Dude, that's crazy. Oh yeah, sure. I forgot there was a comment.
Yeah, right. No, that's something going on there. Son? No way.
She was probably like, "Get your hand back in there. There's drones." What do you guys think of that? A 3x3 hurricane shelter? That'd be pretty stupid. Hey, I don't know. It's
but
a
why is
we
he out there with
It'd be
her?
death-
That's what I don't understand, you know? Like, well, I guess
to protect her, maybe in
Yeah.
case someone crazy comes over.
like a drone or something?
Yeah,
Somebody
he
said-
looks up right there, and whoever took this specific video cut it off. But like I said, I'm gonna look for the one where he points up. Wow. I know we probably look crazy right now. Like,
And he thinks-
oh, somebody did like a
Oh,
thing.
here we go.
Oh, wow.
But you know what? These parents learned very well off the Christopher Watts case because this is everything the Watts wish they would have done for their son. I can guarantee you that.
Probably, and that's the thing with stuff like this, right? Because we all get invested in it. We learn things, you know, that we probably maybe shouldn't be learning. It's probably really hard to get around things nowadays. The old tricks that used to work for catching criminals, forget about it. Now everybody knows them.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, right? For real. Okay. Oh, City of Northport has info about building an underground shelter on their website. It's possible to have an underground structure at the Laundrie home. What? Let me see this. So the City of Northport says you can have them or something. It's kind of weird. Okay. Well, you guys have a lot of hurricanes and stuff down there, but everybody's like, you watching this hand in the thing stuff? All right. I'm looking for the father of him pointing. Where is it? I know I saw it on the Trump dude's Twitter somewhere, but he tweets so much that like it's like impossible to find. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And you know what the crazy part is too, you guys? If I had seen that by myself, I'd be like, there go the crazies again, thinking they saw a hand. Like, there go the conspiracy theorists. Now they saying hands. But when you look at it, you're like, dude, it really is a hand. It sounds crazy until you. It sounds crazy until you see it. It really does.
But then again, like, I honestly would believe he's down there because where the hell is he? They've looked everywhere.
Yo, and
the parents don't seem to be bothered.
Like I've been saying the whole time, you guys, I think they lost him because they never had eyes on him to begin with, or he never left. Because let's say they were watching him, right? Because their detail says they were, right? They never saw him leave because he never did. That would be what magic.
Exactly.
Can
I don't
you
think he ever
imagine?
left either.
You know, I would not be surprised. What do you think the police are saying about this right now? Do you think that they're like, all right, we need to go by there, or are they thinking that we're all crazy? What do you think? I want to know. Oh, here it is.
They would check it out because
found it.
It could be something.
Sorry. Freaking TikTok. Oh, he points up. All right, I found it. Here it is, finally. Ready, guys? Watch. Okay, so there she is touching the wood, right? See, watch. Christopher's going to point up. Yep, they're up there. And then they walk away. That makes it even creepier. So that lady that we just, the chick that got this zoomed in on this right here. So this was the original. And then she zoomed in and saw the hand. So I'm just showing you the father, how he points up. Because I saw this earlier. Or a picture of it anyways. Dude, would she give him a bologna sandwich? Like, what
Pointing, there's the drone, abort mission.
Mm-hmm. And it's so weird because earlier I was reading Jonathan Trump's thing and I'm like, dude thinks there's a phone under the ground. And I was laughing, but like, there really might be.
Yeah, and now, yeah, exactly. You never know in these days what the hell you could accomplish. I mean, I really never thought that he left in the first place. And I honestly do believe that this could be legitimate, you know?
Yeah. Can't you
It'd
get
be pretty messed up if it was.
Can't you get blueprints and stuff? Like if somebody were, for example, at my house, we have like a screen house that has a real sink in it and stuff, but we had to like get a city ordinance and stuff to build it. So I wonder if somebody were going to do something like this, would they have to report it to the city or no? Could they do it under the radar kind of thing?
From what I understand.
You're supposed to, but if it's little like that,
but most
maybe
people don't because of the cost.
Right. True. Taxes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Anyway, what do you guys in the chat think of this, man? And I was thinking about that earlier too. I was like, they don't have basements there. I wonder if he's in the attic. I wonder if they search the attic, right? They need to go back there with dogs in the backyard. I'm telling you. I wonder if I'm sure the dog, if you put his hand up there like that, they'd probably smell him. Those dogs do amazing things, man. Those dogs can smell cancer sometimes on people. Like they're unbelievable, the things they can pick up. And do you remember also back to talking about the Mustang, right? Remember how the dogs, Nancy Grace podcast, you can listen to it on Facebook. That's where I listen to it anyways. On Nancy Grace's podcast, she said the dogs never picked up a smell of Brian in the Mustang. Isn't that something, huh?
Yeah.
So this is far away. You can't see the hand from here, but I don't know. Is it a hand? Are we crazy? I don't know. Got me second guessing. Then I'm like, nah, it's definitely a hand. I don't know what to think. I really don't.
I don't think we're crazy.
Dude, it's something because there's no animal that disappears like that.
Like, what is she doing? Feeding gophers or something? I mean,
I know. And it didn't scare her. Like, if something were to pop out, like, wouldn't it scare you? Oh, it did look like she was pulling a weed. Okay, so she looks like she's pulling a weed, right? Pull, yep. And then there's the hand, yep. I don't know, you guys. Shoot, just when you think things can't get any stranger, right?
Yeah.
Just when you think
it is such a strange case.
So weird. Yeah, you can see her hand bounce back with the weed. Right. I agree. I totally agree. It looks like she was pulling a weed, but after she pulls it out, that's when the hand comes up. Watch. So her hand bounced from pulling, right? Boom. And then there's the hand. Jesus. I know you guys, some of you might be having a hard time seeing it. Ready? Watch. Right there. So it's going to be right in this area where my mouse is, okay? Watch when her hand pulls away.
Creepy.
Yeah, if you can't see that, I don't know, man. You guys might need glasses if you don't see it. Well, it's like she's telling him, get back in there. Like, it's almost like she even makes the motion a little bit. Like, right after you see the hand, she goes, no. Right?
It's not supper time yet.
Yeah. No. Like the people under the stairs. You ever see that movie? People under the stairs?
Oh my God, I love that movie.
Me too. The dude that doesn't have a tongue, they cut it off.
Yeah, Roach.
Roach, yes, Roach, that's his name.
Yeah, he was my favorite. I love how they could always hide in the walls on the cupboard and they end up somewhere else. It was crazy.
I thought that was really cool too. Oh, Shermar says, we also need context. What happened just before this? Was she weeding all over? Was it used as a distraction? I don't know. I know. I wonder where the rest of the drone footage is. I would like to know too. Or did they just walk outside? They did water plants because I saw them watering with a hose. This is wild.
And I hope they look into it because you never know.
And it doesn't look fake either. Like somebody's made it to be silly.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It looks very suspicious. And at this point with this case, I'll believe anything, to be honest.
Dude, they're gonna get in trouble if they've been hiding him under there. Definitely.
I already think by the time this case wraps up, they will be held accountable. Definitely.
They're so dumb. Wow. I don't know, man. All right, I'm gonna is it a frog? I don't think so. It looks tan. It looks like a hand color to me. It doesn't look like a frog. Boop. Yeah. Why would he be dumb enough to stick his hand out in the open like that, though? That'd be kind of dumb. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I need a whole nother evening now to soak this all in because it's so weird. Oh man, watch it in slow motion. Okay, good idea, Jay. Thanks. I didn't even. Well, I have it on Twitter, honey. I can't slow it down on Twitter. It's not a YouTube, and I can't look at Joseph Morris's face for one more second because I want to punch him. He's so punchable with his leather jacket on. Ugh.
Oh,
He
he
makes me so
disgusts
mad.
me.
He disgusts me too. I can't stand him. But I'm glad she told me about this video. I really am. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. I could watch this all day because I'm so like dumbfounded by like what's happening here, but I don't want to bore you any longer because I'm just staring. But thanks for showing up anyway. What thing is in the soil? The air vent? Hold on. What did that comment say? He can't live underground forever. I know, right? White thing in the soil. Air vent? Ooh, right there. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, what is that?
Is that an air vent? What is that? And what is that? A rain thing? Is that a rain thing for water? Shut up.
Oh,
Shut
I think
up.
it is.
Dude. I can't even believe this shit.
It's looking more and more like, oh my God, he's in there.
I know, the more you look at it, the more you're like, he's definitely down there.
Yeah, the hand, the air vent thing, and it looks like that water thing. I mean,
I don't know. I'm gonna
This
look.
is
I'm gonna look
crazy.
for more video. I'm gonna look for more video and see what I can come up with. Teresa said there are more drone videos on YouTube. I don't know, guys. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys hopped up on panel and talked to me. I get kind of lonely by myself, so I appreciate that. And yeah, if I could find anything else, I'll probably come back on later tonight. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. This case is just gets weirder and weirder as time goes on. But all right, Jennifer, thanks for coming on. Nikki, appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, people in the chat, thanks for coming through.
Alrighty.
All right, bye, guys. My moderators, love you long time. Appreciate all your help. Bye. Appreciate all your help. My moderators are the best. And make sure you smash that like button or the dislike if you're a hater. And I don't know. Is Brian under there? Is that a hand? New things to ponder, my people. Talk to you later. Bye.